Alright, so... This feels like we're interrogating.
Who interrogates the studio lights and the camera?
I don't know, it just seems...
First question.
Menacing. Alright, I'm Sol and I'm on Call of Duty side.
Hi, I'm Dan and I'm from Battlefield side.
Well, I'm Call of Duty.
I'm Call of Duty.
Joe, Cole.
I'm Battlefield, because it's mine over here.
Same.
Battlefield has loads of weapons compared to Call of Duty. In my opinion, I think that Battlefield has around about the same amount of snipers, but when it comes to stuff like assault rifles and pistols, when it comes to assault rifles and pistols, they have less variants when it's Call of Duty, but in Battlefield there's loads of them. And through the DLCs they add a lot more, which Call of Duty I think really focuses on adding primary weapons like assault rifles instead of like
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Right. Right, I'm not being funny, but like, COD has like 4 weapons.
Does
No,
it?
it doesn't. No.
Per class it has like 4 weapons.
Five actually.
5.
See, the thing I have about that is, yes, it does have more variety, but Call of Duty, it focuses on certain types of guns, so it gives you 5 options between like assault rifles, snipers, submachine guns, stuff like that. It gives you only that limited option because it wants you to learn to use them more and more, because like when the next game comes out, chances are there's going to obviously be that particular gun you like so much, you're used to it. So when you go straight onto...
Are you fucking serious?
Jesus Christ.
what's funny? Carry on.
So, what was it? Blah blah blah, it's... oh, I can't remember now. I was talking about how when the next Call of Duty comes out, your particular gun that you're used to is literally right then. You can jump straight onto the game and you feel like nothing's changed in some kind of way. So yeah.
But you won't change because then it's the same thing over and over again. Because
Well,
I
they
think
did.
people do get bored real quick.
Well, if you're not talking about guns and they do change it, like say, for example, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4, in between those, obviously they have, like they introduced the exosuits in Advanced Warfare, I think. But basically in Black Ops 3, it's still introduced, still has them such as them being able to jump around, run for more sprinter distance. They took that away in Black Ops 4. So that's somewhat of a change, like they're trying to experiment to see what the audiences want and what it actually wants.
Going back to weapons, I think that although Battlefield has more variety because there's more classes of weapons as well.
What the fuck am I doing?
Because it has more character than any other game, because it's like based on the accounts of real people. So yeah,
Who cares? It's a game.
It's a game.
it's a historic game, bitch.
So,
Who cares?
you want more fictional game than it being in...
I want a good game. I don't care about the history.
Yeah, but why is COD good?
Yeah.
It's simple. But
Simple.
it's simple
easy.
people.
No,
Yeah.
but like,
With
No,
Battlefield, you get
any-
fucking huge lobbies and shit.
yeah,
like, I
any
don't
level
like
you
that.
are is like a
Yeah, I
game
know,
where
'cause
you
there's more
can.
chance
And the
of
maps
play
are
a bit better
freaking
than
huge
you.
as well. Like, you just want quick.
No, but that's what I'm
match.
saying. Like, you can go into COD and play COD at any level, whether you're like a really shit gamer or like you like an expert. Like, you can go into COD and play it and have a good match because it's based on different lobbies and the maps are so much smaller and there's not as many people in the lobbies, so it's easy to get into it and get better at it. Whereas Battlefield, straight off the bat, you're in a massive lobby on massive maps and you're just thrown in the deep end.
Yeah,
Battlefield
it's
takes
awesome.
skills, so
It's
it's quite
awesome.
hard.
As I said before, Call of Duty, they're being more experimental, if you know what I mean. Like, they've introduced the exosuits, introduced new weapons. At one point, they actually did introduce some vehicles, but they did take that out back in, I think it was Call of Duty 2, I think? Nah,
To what?
I think it was 2, I'm not too sure.
For what?
Vehicles.
Did that word a lot more?
certain amount of limit that they can work with, unlike Call of Duty, where because it's a fictional kind of thing, they can literally just go as far as they want with it.
Advanced
Like,
Warfare was.
why would you say it's better to have a historical
Well,
background?
it just
though?
gives it gives it more character, isn't it? That you're playing in somebody else's shoes, not some fucking robot.
Exosuit
in some
shoes.
Exosuit, yeah.
Oh, they ruined COD so much. Oh, they ruined COD so much. Like Advanced Warfare, it just went to shit from there. Really.
Black Ops.
But it's
Beck,
so
you're right.
limited. Like you can literally only base it on historical events. That's
Yeah,
it.
but like,
That's all you
that's
have.
so cool though.
Whereas you
What-
can't advance it into say like robots and cool shit like that. You
Yeah.
actually
But
just
they've
normal
already, like,
person.
they've
Cool
already-
shit like that, it ruined the franchise, and that's
They've
why
already
the sales
done
went down a
robots.
shit ton every single year by year. Up until now, where they've
And
had
the
a
other
battle
shit to
royale
begin
game.
with.
They've been
You can only make so many battlefields about certain historical events. It's like limited, whereas like Call of Duty can just advance so much because it can just do anything it wants. Like it.
What are you
has
doing?
the freedom
Seriously,
to do
what
whatever.
are you doing?
See, the problem with that is COD have got carried away with it and have kind of ruined the franchise by just constantly wanting to add things that are futuristic, such as all the exosuits, the jumping around, all the new things.
Well, they've had games like that, but then they've had like.
I think it depends if you're talking have they moved on in a positive way or negative way, because if it's positive, I think Battlefield's been more like the community has been responding in more of a positive way, because the changes that they're making are because of what the community has said. Call of Duty, they're starting to do that now, but I think it's kind of late for them, but they have changed a lot from where it started.
I don't think it is late. Like they can change by I think of what the audience wants because they're on their 16th installment now of the franchise.
Yeah, but the thing
And
is,
Battlefield's on
yeah,
someone
but then
15th
how
as
many,
well.
how many games has it took to take out the advanced movement system? Like, if they realised in Advanced Warfare that the community doesn't like it, they should have done it straight away. But that's like where Battlefield listens to the community a lot more than Call of Duty does. Black Ops 4 is not what you'd expect it to be in 2018. The graphics are not up there if you think about it, because if you go into Blackout, that's the new battle royale. It's not up to standards of what graphics nowadays are. But looking at the screenshots and gameplays of Battlefield 5's battle royale mode, the graphics are very good and they're consistent compared to the way Call of Duty is graphics.
Down to graphics.
Wait, can't we just stop? He just takes your idea. He's taking your idea like it's his, it's just properly. Oh my god.
And it comes to that. What are you talking about graphics?
Alright, stop.
Hammer time.
What come? Why? Why hammer time? When it does come down to graphics, it is somewhat animated, but the thing is, yeah, fuck's sake, Dan.
I'm sorry, I just looked at you and thought you were funny.
I'm just
One thing on Call of Duty, it has gone to the point where it's fictional content, unless when it first started, because that was obviously set back in the World War II days, like in 1940. I think at the beginning, was it? I've got no idea. Basically, it wants to stay fictional, so if it makes it too realistic, then obviously it's not, and you see that, you're not going to believe it, if you know what I mean.
I think
If you see something like realistic, say if like I see you right now and all of a sudden he just whips out a gravity spike. Probably not the best choice of words that.
I think that a lot of people want the war experience because it's a shooter, and you want to feel like you're in there, not just feel like you're just flying around and using stuff that does not exist.
So you would say you prefer like stuff like Black Ops, the first Black Ops and Battlefield when it was set. Well, it's
Battlefield still is.
Yeah. What I was gonna say was Battlefield, but then I said, oh wait, it's still saying no World War II. So you want it to be more kind of linked in with modern day, not modern day. I can't explain this right.
You want it
Just
to
as
be
a-
more realistic.
Just a
No, you want it to be more realistic, so basically that's why it's from. You want it to
So
remain
just-
back in the World War II then.
Not just World War II, you can still have like, do you know how Call of Duty and the Modern Warfare series, it's not in World War II, but it's still realistic as in it's using all the technology that we have nowadays and
Well, actually,
everything's very grounded to what it is right now. I think using something like that would be a lot better. Because when we speak about being realistic and actually being in the war, we don't always mean go back to World War II or World War One. It can be using like modern warfare, like how stuff is right now.
true, but you have to consider those things are set in fictional Eastern
Yeah, but
countries.
then it doesn't.
Like Modern Warfare, that's set in between where America and China are fighting each other.
Russia.
It's China.
No, Russia invades America.
Are they in France for Modern Warfare 3?
They are, but it all starts because that Russian guy.
How the hell they're in France?
Because he's trying to blow up the Eiffel Tower.
Of all things. Alright.
Yeah.
Does like Battlefield have like a creator class?
Battlefield, the creator class is a lot different to COD, but at the same time it is because there's different categories that you can get weapons from, and once you've picked a weapon from that category, you can pick the sights and attachments like you can do in Call of Duty, but like Call of Duty, like you can change the reticles, you can't do that in Battlefield. I think you can do
When
it
you mean reticles, you mean things like...
Do you know like you
stuff-
aim in red dot sight?
Yeah, I know what
You
you
can
mean.
change that.
Wait, you can also... Does it give you the ability to change, I can't remember, it's things like dead silence, stuff like that.
They don't have perks in Battlefield.
They don't have it.
They have the last Battlefield I played. They had like when you level up the class that you're playing with, like there's like support, assault, engineer, and stuff like that. When you level them up, you get like kind of like perks, but they're not like Call of Duty perks.
So they're not as simple as dead silent and being
No.
able to see like your own allies through walls, stuff like
No,
that.
you can't do things like that. No.
So does Battlefield have like a like is the class is like already made for you and you just upgrade that class that's been made for you, or can you put in your own
I
primary
don't like the
weapon?
preset classes that you can do in Call of Duty. They don't have them. Just like when you buy the game and like, you spawn in, it'll have like the classes with like the first weapons you get and everything. But as time goes on, you have to use them classes to just upgrade and like add more. It's not separate ones like.
So it's not like it's not like Black Ops where you can literally where you have like 5 different types of guns you can use in between them all.
You can change that weapons in between in the middle of the game.
Alright, so you have
Yeah.
the same principle as
Yeah.
Black. Yeah.